Hello everyone, welcome to Ali Foundation 247. Subscribe my channel Ali Foundation and click on bell icon to get every latest new update. Don't skip this video, watch it till end. Friends, practice makes a man perfect. So, without wasting time, let's start. Today first question. Mechanical waves. Right answer will be option C. Can be both longitudinal and transverse. Next, transverse waves can propagate. Right answer will be option C. Not in a gas but in a metal. Next, waves which do not require any material medium for its propagation is. Right answer will be option D. Electromagnetic waves. Next, the graph between L and T is correctly shown by. Right answer will be option B. T L. The graph between L and T L is. Right answer will be option A. T. Next, the period of pendulum depends upon. Right answer will be option B. Length. Next, a pendulum suspended from the ceiling of a train has a time period T when the train is at rest. When the train is accelerating with a uniform acceleration, the time period will be. Right answer will be option B. Decrease. Next, the relation between T and G is given by. Right answer will be option D. T various root 1 by G. Next, if a pendulum is allowed to oscillate into jar containing water, its time period will. Right answer option A. Increase. Next, if the mass of the pendulum is doubled, the time period. Right answer will be option D. Remains same. Next, when the bob is central position, the force are. Right answer will be option A. Balanced. Next, the phenomenon in which the amplitude of oscillation of pendulum decreases gradually is called. Right answer will be option B. Damping. Next, the length of the pendulum is doubled and the mass of its bob is held. Its time period would. Right answer will be option C. Became root 2 times. Next, a pendulum having period of oscillation of 2 seconds is taken on a planet where G is 4 times that on Earth. The period of the pendulum would be. Right answer will be option B. 1 second. Next, the product of the time period of a wave and its frequency is. Right answer option C. Unity. Next, sound waves are similar to the waves. Right answer will be option C. Generated in a pipe filled with air by moving the piston attached to the pipe up and down. Next, which one among the following waves bats use to delect the obstacles in their flying path? Right answer will be option C. Ultrasonic waves. Next, when a stone is thrown in the calm water of a pond, the waves produced on the surface of water in the pond are. Right answer will be option B. Transverse. Next, out of the following, which frequency is not clearly audible to the human ear? Right answer will be option B. 30,000 Hz. Next, stationary wave is formed by, right answer D, two waves of same frequency traveling in the opposite direction. Next, sound travel fastest test in, right answer option A, steel. Ultrasonic waves are used for stirring liquid solutions because they, right answer option C, can produce perfectly homogeneous solution. Next, ultrasonic waves are those waves which, right answer option A, human beings cannot hear. Laplace correction in the formula for the speed of sound given by Newton was needed because sound waves, right answer option C, propagate adiabatically. Next, with the rise of temperature, the speed of sound in a gas, right answer option A, increases. Next, the temperature at which the speed of sound in air becomes double its value of 0 degree Celsius is, right answer option C, 819 degree Celsius. Next, speed of sound in a gas is proportional to, right answer option B, square root of adiabatically elasticity. Next, the velocity of sound in air is affected by change in the option 1 atmospheric pressure, 2 moisture content of air, 3 temperature of air, 4 composition of air. Choose the correct answer. Right answer option D, 2, 3 and 4. Next, the speed of sound in air at STP is 300 meter per second if the air pressure becomes double, the temperature remaining the same, the speed of sound would, right answer will be option C, 300 meter per second. Next, with the propagation of a longitudinal wave through a material medium, the quantities transferred in the direction of propagation are, Right answer will be option B. Energy and momentum. Next, if the amplitude of sound is doubled and the frequency reduced to one fourth, the intensity will. Right answer will be option C. Decrease by a factor of 4. Next, if the amplitude of a wave at a distance r from a point source is a, the amplitude at a distance to r will be. Right answer will be option C. A bate 2. When when a source of sound is in motion towards a stationary observer, the effect observed is. Right answer will be option C. Increase in frequency of sound only. Next, when an aeroplane attains a speed higher than the speed of sound in air, a loud bang is heard. This is because. Right answer will be option D. It produces a shock wave which is received as the bag. Next, ultrasonic waves can be detected by. Right answer C. Kunda. Next, the quality of sound produced by an instrument depends on the. Right answer option C. Number of overtones. Next, the same notes being played on star and bina differ in. Right answer option A. Quality. Decibel is a. Right answer option C. Unit of intensity. Next, when a wave goes from one level to another, there is a change in the on velocity, 2 amplitude, 3 frequency, 4 wavelength. Choose the correct answer. Right answer will be option C. 2, 3 and 4. Next, to raise the pitch of stringed musical instrument, the player can. Right answer, the option D. Both B and C means tighten the string and shorten the string. Next, how does the speed v of sound in air depend on atmospheric pressure P? Right answer option C. V Virigius P0. Next, instrument used to study the behavior of a vibrating string is. Right answer option B. Sonometer. Next, Doppler shift in frequency does not depend upon. Right answer option B. The distance of the source from the listener. Next, if the density of oxygen is 16 times the hydrogen, what will be the ration of the velocities of sound in them? Right answer option A. 1:4. Next, pitch of sound depends on. Right answer option A. Frequency. Next, consider the following statements. Assertion A. The velocity of sound in air increases due to the presence of moisture in it. Reason are the presence of moisture in air lowers the density of air of these statements. Right answer option A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Next, if R is the ratio of the specific heat capacities of a gas of density d and pressure P, then the velocity of sound in it is. Right answer option D. Root gamma P by D. Next, the temperature at which the speed of sound in air becomes double of its value is 27 degrees Celsius is. Right answer will be option C. 927 degrees Celsius. Next, if the pressure amplitude of a sound wave is tripled, then the intensity of the wave increases by a factor. Right answer option C. 9. Next, the velocity of sound is generally greater in solids than the gases because. Right answer option D. The elasticity of solids is very high. Next, as a wave strikes against a wall. Right answer option A. Its phase changes by 180 degree, but velocity does not change. Next, the Doppler's effect is applicable for. Right answer option D. Both A and B, light wave and sound wave. Next, which one of the following explains that all the galaxies are receding from us? Right answer option D. Red shift. Next, if a sound travels from air to water, the quantity that remain unchanged is. Right answer option B. Frequency. Next, sound waves of wavelength greater than that of audible sound are called. Right answer option A. Infrasonic wave. Next, if Vm is the velocity of sound in moist air and Vd is the velocity of sound in dry air, then Vm greater than Vd. Right answer option A. Next, the waves moving from a STR to a listener in air are. Right answer option A. Longitudinal progressive. Next, when we hear a sound, we can identify its source from. Right answer option B. The overtones present in the sound. Next, velocity of sound in air increases with temperature. Right. Decreases with temperature. Wrong. Increase with pressure. Wrong. Is independent of pressure. Right. Is independent of temperature. Wrong. So, right answer will be option D. Beats occur because of interference. The types of waves produced in a sonometer wire are transverse stationary. With the increase in temperature, the frequency of the sound from one or an organ pipe. Right answer option B increases. Stationary waves of frequency 300 Hz are formed in a medium in which the velocity of sound is 1200 meter per second. The distance between a node and the neighboring antinode is. Right answer option A 1 meter. Next, a stationary longitudinal wave nodes are points of option D. Maximum pressure variation. Next, when two sound waves are superimposed, beats are produced when they have right answer option D different frequencies. Next, two waves of the same frequency and intensity superimpose with each other in opposite phases. Then, after superposition, the right answer will option D. None of the above. Next, if the ratio of the amplitudes of two waves is 4 is to 3, then the ratio of maximum and minimum intensity is right answer option D 49 is to 1. Next, in a stationary wave along a string, the strain is right answer option C maximum at antinodes. Next, if two waves of amplitude if produce a resultant wave of amplitude A, then the phase difference between the is right answer will be option C 120 degree. Next, if T is the reverse reverberation time of an auditorium of volume V, then right answer option A T versus V. Next, in a stationary wave, all the particles of the medium right answer option A sorry B cross the mean position with different velocities at the same instant. Next, stationary waves are so called because in them right answer option C these occurs no flow of energy. Next, sound waves do not ex- exhibit the phenomenon of right answer option D polarization. Next, sound waves cannot be polarized because they are longitudinal. Next, the velocity of sound in a gas depends on option right answer option B density and elasticity of gas. Next, resonance is a special case of right answer option A. Forced vibration. Next, which does not show polarization. Answer option C. Longitudinal wave in a gas. Next, maximum value of the wavelength of ultrasonic waves is right answer option B 1.65 centimeter. Next, a redshift in an illustration of right answer option C Doppler effect. Next, quality of musical note depends on harmonic present option B. Next, an empty vessel is par- partially filled with water. The frequency of vibration of air column in the vessel right answer option A increases. Next, when a stone is dropped on the surface of still water, the waves produced are right answer option D. Partly longitudinal and partly transverse. Next, there is no net transfer of energy by the particles of the medium in right answer option D. Stationary wave. Next, the technique used to transmit audio signal in television broadcasts is right answer option B frequency modulation. Next, when the same note is played on a sitar and a flute, the sound produced can be distinguished from each other because of the difference. Right answer will be option C quality only. Next, when the frequency distribution is normal, mean, mode, and medium are identical. Next, a noise level of 100 decibel would correspond to noise from a machine shop. That is option D. Next, which one of the following does TV remote control unit use to operate a TV set? Right answer option D. Radio wave. Next, which one of the following statements is not correct? Is not correct. The velocity of sound in air increases with the increase of temperature. The velocity of sound in air is independent of sound of pressure. The velocity of sound in air decreases as the humidity increases. That is option C. Next, consider the following statements. 1. A geostationary satellite is at an approximate height of 10,000 km. Next, FM transmission of music is a very good quality because the atmospheric or man-made noises, which are generally frequency variations, can do little harm. Which of the statements given above is are correct? Right answer B. Two only. Next, the loudness of sound depends upon. Right answer option C. Amplitude. Next, in which one among the following is the speed of sound maximum? Right answer option D. Wood. Next, which of the following types is used by computed tomography employed for visualization of the internal structure of human body? Right answer option A. X-rays. Consider the following statements. 1. A flute of smaller length produces waves of lower frequency. 2. Sound travels in rocks in the form of longitudinal elastic waves only. Which of the statements given is correct? Right answer option B. Two only. Assertion: radio waves bend in a magnetic field. Reason are: radio waves are electromagnetic in nature. A is false, but B is true. R is true. Hidden option D. Next, pitch is sensation which depends upon. Right answer option A. Frequency. Next, when light waves pass from air to glass, the variables affected are wavelength and velocity. Option D. Consider the following statements. On light of longer wavelength is scattered much more than the light of shorter wavelength. 2. The speed of visible light in water is 0.95 times the speed in vacuum. 3. Radio waves are produced by rapidly oscillating electrical currents. 4. To detect the overspreading vehicles, police use the Doppler effect of reflected short radio waves. Which of these statements are correct? 3 and 4 are correct. Right answer option D. Next, which one of the following types of glass can cut up ultraviolet rays? Right answer option D. Crocs glass. Next, figure given shows the part of a long string in which waves are produced. Which pair of points is in same phase? Right answer option B. B and J. Next, consider the following statements. X-rays shows transverse wave characteristics. Right answer. X-rays can eject electrons from certain metal surface. X-rays of 0.1 angstrom are harder than X-rays of 0.2 angstrom. Which of the statements is are correct? Right answer option D. 1, 2 and 3. All these. Next. Why is sound heard with more intensity through carbon dioxide than through the air? Right answer option A. Density of CO2 is more than that of air. Next, if V1, V2 and V3 are the velocities of sound in still, water and vacuum respectively, which one of the following state relation is correct? Right answer option D. V1, V2, V3 equal to 0. Next, a string 1 meter long is drawn by a vibrator attached to its end. The string vibrates in three segments. If the frequency of vibration of the vibrator is 480 Hz, then what is the speed of waves through the string? Right answer option B. 320 Hz. Next, list one type of electromagnetic radiation with list two corresponding wavelength and select the correct answer using the code given below. Radio waves. Wavelength radio wave 10 to the minus 3 to 10 to the minus 5 meter. Ultraviolet wave 10 to the minus 9 meter to 10 to the minus 7 meter. Visible light 4 into 10 to the minus 7 to 7 into 10 to the minus 7 meter. X-rays 10 to the minus 11, 10 to the minus 11 to 10 to the minus 9 meter. So, right answer will be option B. Consider the following statements. with reference to X-rays. They produce heat when absorbed by matter, right? They are generated when fast moving electrons strike a metal target, right? They can penetrate through a thin sheet of aluminum, right? Which of the statement is correct? Right answer option A. Next, what is the frequency of a wave whose time period is 0.05 second? Right answer option C. 20 is 2. Consider the following statements. 1. Sound waves are elastic wave. Right. In sound waves, the vibration are perpendicular to the direction in which the wave travels. Which of these statements is correct? A right answer will option A. Next, the velocity of sound produced by a vibrating body varies. Right answer option B. Inversely as the density of the medium. Next, a particle is executing simple harmonic motion. Its total energy is proportional to its. Right answer option C. Frequency of amplitude of motions. Next, a wave undergoes reflection from a rigid boundary. One of its characteristic parameters that changes is. Right answer option B. Phase. Next, X-rays are used for the study of crystal structure because option B is the correct answer. The wavelength of X-rays is of the same order of the magnitude as the interatomic spacing spacing in crystals. Next, a sound wave having wavelength lambda forms stationary waves after reflection from a surface. The distance between two consecutive notes is. Right answer option B. Lambda by 2. Next, the quality of a musical note depends upon its harmonic content. Right answer option D. Next, the velocities of sound in air and water are 336 meter per second and 1470 meter per second respectively. Two sources producing waves of wavelength 6 meter and 7 meter sounded together will produce beats. Option C. That can be heard only in air and not in water. Next, the audible frequency range of a human ear is. Right answer option D. 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Next, the wavelength of X rays is of the order of. Right answer option 1. D. 1 angstrom. Next, in vacuum, the speed of light. Right option D. Neither depends on its wavelength, frequency, nor intensity. Next, consider the following parts of spectra. Right answer option D. Microwave. Sorry. Which one of the following is the correct sequence in which their wavelength is increased? At first, ultraviolet, next visible, next infrared, last microwave. Next, which among the following in the necessary condition for simple harmonic motion? Right answer option C. Acceleration is proportional to the displacement from main position and is always directed towards it. Next, the standing wave pattern along a string of length 60 centimeter is shown in the below diagram. If the speed of the transverse waves on this string is 300 meters per second, in which one of the following meets in the string vibrating? Right answer option C. Second overtone. Next, a sonometer wire having a length of 50 centimeter is vibrating in the fundamental made with a frequency of 100 Hz. Which of the following is the type of propagating wave and its speed? Right answer option D. Transverse 100 meters per second. Next, some common mediums in which speed of sound waves is measured are mentioned below. 1 air, 2 steel, 3 copper, 4 water. Which is the correct increasing order of the speed of the sound? Right answer option C. Next, how does time period T of a second's pendulum vary with length L? Right answer option D. T does not depend on L. Next, which one of the following is the correct sequence of wavelength subradiation? Right answer option B. IR greater than green greater than UV, ultraviolet greater than hard X rays. Next, An echo will be heard if the minimum distance between the source of sound and obstacle is 17 meter. Next, echo is produced due to answer option A, reflection of sound. Next, the echo will be heard if the original sound reflected by an obstacle is. Right answer option D, zero point 0.1 second. Next, sonar is based on the principle of right answer option A, echo. Next, which of the following type of waves is different from others? Right answer option D, sound waves. Next, quality is that sensation of sound which is felt by our ears by virtue of right answer option A, wave from a sound wave. Next, sound moves with higher velocity if option D, both B and C. Temperature of the medium is increased and humidity of the medium. Next, speed of electromagnetic wave is the same. Right answer option D, for all intensities. Next, for television broadcasting, the frequency employed is normally right answer option A, 30 to 300 megahertz. Next, which of the following electromagnetic radiations has the smallest wavelength? Right answer option D, gamma rays. Next, radio waves of sound constant amplitude can be generated with right answer option D, oscillator. Next, if V G dash, V N dash, and V M dash are the speeds of gamma rays, X rays, and microwaves respectively in vacuum, then right answer option C, Vg equal Vn equal Vm. Next, the wavelength of microwaves is right answer option C, larger than the wavelength of red light. Next, microwaves are electromagnetic waves with frequency in the range of right answer option C, gigahertz. Next, an accelerated electron would produce right answer option D, EM rays. Next, which of the following is the infrared wavelength? Right answer option A, 10 to the minus 4 centimeter. Next, the velocity of light is vacuum can be changed by changing right answer option D, none of these. Next, the frequencies of X rays, gamma rays, and ultraviolet rays are respectively. A, B, and C. Then net answer option A. A less than B, B greater than C. Next, there are three wavelengths 10 to the 7 meter, 10 to the minus 10 meter, and 10 to the minus 7 meter. Find their respective names. Right answer option B. Radio waves, X rays, visible rays. Next, the velocity of light is maximum in. Right answer option C. Vacuum. Next, which of the following natural source of gamma rays? It's option C. Radon gas. Next, which of the following statements about the electromagnetic wave is correct? X-rays in vacuum travel faster than light wave in the vacuum. Wrong. Next, the energy of rays photon is greater than that of a light photon. Right. Light can be polarized, but X-rays cannot. Wrong. Right answer will be option D. Two only. Next, the ozone layer absorbs. Right answer option B. Ultraviolet radiation. Next, electromagnetic waves can travel through. Right answer option D. Both A and B means space where there are no electric and magnetic field, and a medium such as air and water. Next, which radiation emitted from the sun has highest wavelength? Right answer option D. Microwaves. Next, which are the relevant waves in telecommunication? Right answer option C. Microwaves. Next, velocity of electromagnetic waves in a medium depends upon. Right answer will be option C. Electrical and magnetic properties of medium. Next, who firstly predicted the existence of electromagnetic waves? Right answer will be option B. Maxwell. Next, who discovered wireless communication? Right answer option C. Marconi. Next, for harder X-rays. Right answer will be option C. The frequency of higher. Next, who firstly demonstrated experimentally the existence of electromagnetic waves? Right answer will be option A. Hept. Next, match list 1 electromagnetic wave with list 2 discoverer and select the correct answer using the code given below. List 2. Infrared wave. Infrared Herschel. Ultraviolet rays. Ritter. X-rays. William Roentgen. Visible rays. Newton. Right answer will be option B. Next, what frequency range of EM electromagnetic waves are used for commercial FM radio? Right answer option A. 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz. Next, the patient is asked to drink barium sulfate BaSO4 for examining the stomach by X-rays because X-rays are right answer option D more absorbed by heavy atom. Next, X-rays are not used for radar purpose because they are not reflected by the target. Right answer option A. Next, penetrating power of X-rays does not depend on right answer option D current in the filament. Next, X-rays are heavily absorbed by lead atoms, but to obtain X-rays photograph of stomach, barium sulfate is usually given to the potent instead of lead salt because lead salts are more poisonous. Right answer option C. Next, X-rays absorption will be maximum for the sheets of right answer will be option B lead. Next, which one of the following is not electromagnetic in nature? Right answer will be option A cathode rays. Next, consider the following parts of spectra: visible, infrared, ultraviolet, microwave. Which one of the following is the correct sequence in which their wavelengths increase? Increase. Right answer will be option D. Ultraviolet, visible, infrared, last microwave. Next, consider the following statements. 1. X-rays show transverse wave characteristics. 2. X-rays can eject electrons from certain metal surface. 3. X-rays of 0.1 angstrom are harder than X-rays of 0.2 angstrom. Which of the statements given as are correct? Right answer option D 1, 2 and 3. Next, radar waves are sent towards a moving airplane and the reflected waves are received. When the airplane is moving towards the radar, the wavelength of the wave. Right answer will be option B. decreases. Next, the wall of the hall built for music concerts should. Right answer will option D. Absorbed sound. Match list 1 electromagnetic radiation with list 2 approximate wavelength in meters and select the correct answer using the code given below the lists. List 1 and list 2. Infrared radiation 10 to the power minus 5 meter. X-rays 10 to the power minus 10 meter. Ultraviolet radiation 10 to the minus 8 centimeter meter. Gamma rays 10 to the minus 12 meter. So that right answer will be option A. Next, learned Indian classical vocalists do not like the accompaniment of a harmonium because right answer will be option A. Tempered scale is used in the harmonium. Next, which of the following is used in oven? Right answer will be option C. Microwaves. Next, consider the following statements X-rays. One can pass through thin sheets of aluminum. Two can be deflected by magnetic field. Three move with a velocity less than the velocity ultraviolet rays in vacuum. Which of the following given above is correct? Right answer will be option B. One only. Next. Which one of the following has highest frequency? Cosmic rays. Right answer option A. Which of the following electromagnetic waves has the longest wavelength? Right answer will be option A. Infrared rays. Next, X-rays are discovered by. Right answer option A. Roentgen. Next, penetrating power of X-rays can be increased by. Right answer option A. Increasing the potential difference. Next, consider the following statements. 1. Microwaves are used in radar system for aircraft navigation. 2. Microwaves oven are used for cooking purpose. 3. A radar using microwave can help in detecting the speed of tennis ball, cricket ball, automobile while in motion. Which of the statement is are correct? Right answer will be option D. 1 and 3. Match list 1 frequency range with list 2 uses and the select correct answer. 54 megahertz to 890 megahertz. The television waves. 1710 kilohertz to 54 megahertz. Short wave. 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz. FM radio. 300 megahertz to 30, and 30 means 3000 megahertz. UHF band. Right answer will be option B. Next. An acoustically good hall should have. Right answer option D. All the above three means adequate loudness only, to optimum reservation only, uniform distance distribution of sound only. Next. Doppler effect is independent of. Right answer will be option C. Distance between source and observer. Next, consider the following electromagnetic waves: X-rays, 2 gamma rays, 3 microwaves, 4 radio waves. What is the correct sequence in the order of their increasing energy? Right answer will be option A. Radio waves, microwaves, X-rays and gamma rays. Next, a radar beam consists of. Right answer D. Microwaves. Next, the waves used of a communication through artificial satellite are. Right answer option A. Microwaves. Next, the electromagnetic radiation most prevalent in the atmosphere is. Right answer will be option B. Infrared. Next, in which of the following sequences are the electromagnetic radiations in decreasing order of wavelengths? Right answer will be option B. Radio, infrared, visible, X-rays. Next, the ionosphere is mainly composed of. Right answer will be option C. Electrons and positive ions. Next, the ozone layer absorbs radiation of wavelengths. Right answer will be option A. Less than 3 into 10 to the power minus 5 meter. Next, the ozone layer absorbs. Right answer option D. Ultraviolet rays. Next, the ozone layer in the atmosphere is at a height of about. Right answer will be option B. 50 kilometer. Next, polarization in electromagnetic wave is caused by. Right answer option C. Transverse nature of EM, electromagnetic waves. Next, the ratio of the speed of X-rays to that of gamma rays. Right answer will be option C is 1. Next, which one of the following pairs of rays is electromagnetic in nature? Right answer will be option D, X-rays and gamma rays. Next, when X-rays are produced, then right answer will be C. Temperature of the target is being constant. Next, structure of solids is investigated by using right answer will be option B, X-rays. Next, X-rays are streams of right answer will be option B, photons. Next, the rest mass of a photon is right answer will be option C, 0. Next, frequency ranges for microwaves are right answer will be option D, 3 into 10 to the power 11 to 3 into 10 to the power 9 meter. Next, the polarization of electromagnetic wave is in right answer will be option B, the direction of electric field. Next, ultraviolet light of sun's radiation is prevented from reaching the earth's atmosphere by the layer of right answer will be option C, ozone. Next, electromagnetic waves are produced by right answer will be option A, an accelerating charge. Next, consider the following two statements regarding a linearly polarized plane electromagnetic wave. 1. The electric field and the magnetic field have equal average values. 2. The electric energy and magnetic energy have equal average values. Right answer will be option B. Both 1 and 2 are true. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.